Yo, Ebusia, and they are having a conversation. It is one of my biggest projects, and I think it is one of Adia Obia here and Adia Bako before so shreya Omwa Shifom. Mibisa same way. Aso Obi a president, Obi a leader, ne kasa obekano. Kasa na o kane ne meni petie. Ana owo bibi obegina so ansana. Asema o kano. Enipa etieti mpese obibini biate ase se ewiase na ye wo no ye nyina na yetim se wo ye bibini se wo ye obroni se be se wo ye aboa se wo ye den ye nyina na yetim se nipa bi eka omuhu bom se ye abrofo so omu nyina ka omuhu bom no munye nipa tuntum mienu miensa eka ho na so omu se omu pese omu change the way a universe na nkasa enante ana operate ana se e flow a se wunim se munya party bi na ekoka ho a ubetimi agina ho a o consent can be taken se wo de ama se wo mfa ama se wunim ade nipa na hyehye se opese esi na ebetumi esi se ye papa se ye bone at the moment obetumi agada nipa ahuduo nyina bom no na wabie a particular portal no obetumi ama sa ade na si wugina ho bi se wunim ni esio wugina ho ni bia wo hwe no nko a wo do consent e de ama ade wei na abibifo ahwe ase wo ho enti ayete se ye kuro no bibia wo mba ye ni yi a enye yiye ebese mi hu se ye nyansa na ye de sesen wiase ye de sakra wiase ebese mi hu se eye kasa ene ye de sesen wiase ana ye di sunsum ene de sesen wiase na se ye kasa ye di sunsum sesen wiase a wo de obofo oto ho na wo de osaman ato ho na wo de nipa sunsum ati ni mu nso de ato ho a de ewehe ena etimi sesen wiase abusia ene bepese ye ko discuss topic a emu odin ye bibia betumi esi e wo platform we so ende enti ende kasa na wutie ni tie ni ye it can be me it cannot be me minim but better nsem na ne me pese me kan na ne se sa episode we ada ho for one whole year me fa na me de ato ho because nsem ni bi wo ho e bi a me ba beka minim dia me ankasa po e de bebre me ene bi wo ho so a me beka me nim se me na me ka na bibi na eka eno so me ntumi nkire but dia me pese me kire ne se bibi man pese omo di omo ho dia ene na asema ye ka ne nei e yade ahuhia yesi ghost yetimi ka se ghost ni yesi light beings. What is the difference between a ghost and a light being? We have a mantra ye ka e what time with Maame Grace say we are light, we came from light and we will go back to light ye mantra e what platform we so bia ka na wa copy fi ha o ama ye creditor or ye wi ye was asem na ye ka into no what is the difference between a ghost and a light being. Ye betcha sadie we na fe ya behwe case of hypnosis and also e den a hypnotizing nipa afe ye nche the fear of the invisible and also odwen ho say ye ka se bibi wa ha ebi osaman wa ha o ye say habosum bi si ha that fear of that invisible being na no sign na wodwen ho then we will come down and look at how the brain perceive or see ghost. Say ye can ghost what is ghost onipa betimi ehun ghost ana ye beka ne ye didi ne ye de aba ho tie se wunni bibi hunim dia na meka no ubegina ho na ade ne ekoso na wo senke na ade ne senke wo de ka ho but say ghost wo say light being wo ho se we brain perceive so obi so wahu samanya wahu ampa that ghost theory no and then me pese yen komu deeper na yen hwe ade a ewom na answer na ye mebo topic a ye be discuss and then no I want us to go into a few scriptures or look into a few scriptures na yen nyina yen fa nto ho nye basis na fe yen nante wo sa asem we say nso wo so da ehu maame saman ehu papa saman no share particular dress sa dress no kura ehye no omo cheche o maame ni ama wo sister pani bi na faaye ba waso da ehu maame wo hye sa de no ne wa bekasa wehu papa saman one wa bekasa wehu nana one wa bekasa eye de na ye nipa hu eno na nda me pese ye komu na ye hwe na ye nhwe a few scriptures Jesus ka asem bi o se osaman ni dompe in fact maame nkoti when you look at Luke chapter 24 verse 39, Jesus said to his disciples, "Ose touch me and see. So me munahwe, a ghost does not have flesh and bones as you see I have." Ose so me munahwe, Menya saman no saman ni dompe na oni honam. Enti na Yesu ka kire ne nkrofo ne se osaman wo ho. But wuntumi hu saman ne se owo honam ni dompe sadia wu mi. Scripture no na me de ama wo no. Eye Yesu na ka anyo. But eduru ba bi Yesu no aso se mamu nso mimu. But aha no wan ka se mamu nso mimu o. Osi osaman ni dompe. Said ya nti we will tell you say means or some I wo ho but to me who said there ebinum hu no say me hu me maame na me hu me papa sa na Yesu oka now mame mamu bebrebe na yemfa nye basis na yensi dan no mfensi so. In Matthew 17 Jesus spoke with Elijah and Moses. We so yade a eno so nkrofo ka say Yesu a practicing necromancy. Iti say Yesu say osaman ni dompe a ogitum say sama wo ho ba wontumi hu no. Iti so sama wo oni dompe no oni honam na wontumi hu no. Na say Matthew 17 so ka say Yesu eni Elijah eni Moses e kasa ya sa eho na de ne wo ho. Eniama bebre wo ho asa ye ntumi ante ase ye ndi kodi ni yi a ye de ye ho beto problem mu. Onipa o say osaman ni dompe ono aso ni nsamanfo mienu kasa nti we na omo a omo claim so omo practicing necromancy no omo quote we e defend omo ho. And now when you look at 1 Samuel chapter 28, King Saul sought out a forbidden medium at Endor to contact the ghost of prophet Samuel. This is Saul and okofre odifu a wawu ne saman ewo Endor. And the spirit of Samuel appeared, or friend no so according to Bible no saman no so baye and condemned Saul. Or saman ne baye abe condemn Saul a o state say God has rejected him as king due to his disobedience. Or samanya or no Saul no ko friend no wabaso ampa. Ene wabeka kire ne se onyankopon apo ana wayi to twene esa waso odinti enti sa nyama we nyina wo Bible mu enye me na medigum but ya mepese mebisa ne se asekire pa poten ene sen wodi we nyina to nkyanya ukwohwe Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 10 a ono so obe won nipa se me nipa nkofre nsamanfo me nipa nko contact abayifo ubaba Leviticus chapter 20 verse 27 a ehwo so ubaba beto nsamanfo ne abayisem necromancy ni de keke ka ho a omo nso yese ma omo mfrefre eniama necromancy, sorcerers, fortune tellers, light workers. Se wo yo obi a wonim form a hu atade na ehye me na obeti be level ende ye nam no obeti ase ye boko se wonim form de a wo de ehwe ne se eye fe eye fashion na dream po se bi eye nsasawa because e bi a wunya nduru baabi but e bi a wo beduru ho no obeti ase sa niama we nyina me kan nyina wo Bible mu o e wo Bible mu but Bible so won ne ye nse ma ye nye sa niama ye mfrafre nim e de be important e na Bible pa kire se wo de Bible ni nyina to ho a na se wutwe abibifo efiri Bible ni mu a saa asem we ya Bible condemn no obibini tie a ontie ni sen eno na mepese na ye komu deeper na ye hwe bibi wo medican ameki two statement be clear say ye the Bible ne to ho a eni nkrofo ni bia practice say aniamai na Bible na san be ka say mo practice sa aniama na so bibini sha onhwe ni sen say Bible na ma ye two faces ebinum wo mu a enye se ebinum keke Yesu himself according to the Bible no wako practice it, and the same Bible is saying say mo obi asoso em practice it. Enti eden na ekoso e wa ha saying na se wo ye obibini a na ma kire no de esese wo hu ni etie. True Akabulan necromancy is a core requirement for telepathic powers. What did I say? Me say true Akabulan necromancy is what? Is a core requirement for telepathic powers that enables our brain waves to capture and interpret electromagnetic waves for Akabulans. Tieniye mame. What did I say? Me say a core requirement for every black man. Imagine how powerful we will be. Say yetimi ya adie kakre ya me boss so has as black people la. Adie bia na ewo ho. A Bible beba besesani bia no eko against a particular group of people or particular race enti maka unyansa kasa sebe ena maka wa bebuo kasa. And then we are going to talk about a topic obia enka ho asem ekwan bi so yete etie na yakọ practice still as ade ne ewo ho akabulance no omo practice no the way they are supposed to practice it ana said the American episode way is 1 year old afi na mafa me pese meka ho asem tie last year BBC ye na onyankopon a oti Christopher ntamu no renew the covenant pagya ne mu ekogina baabi until that time no me ne mo kasaye about the third dimension and I make kire mu the kingdom of God is here, the kingdom of God is at hand a Christopher nte ase ya me kan ebinum gina nduase and then bria beams blue beam ne niam ekeka drones ahodo egu na nipa da seni obibini ehu se image bi gina mirror mu te se obofo a eye ne se wahu bibi common sense ni ho ma ne se eye cameras ohun rainbow a odimirika se bibi esi common sense enka nkere ne se eye drone. There are a lot of technology ubetumi ehumi ankasapo se me hangi ewiem obibini enim way because we lose this kind of power. And then I want us to talk about necromancy. Because that is what is going on. We don't know the difference between necromancy. We don't know the difference between hallucinations. We don't even know the difference between obi awabo. Yenim inti sa power kakrakei anka ye before ebobre a omutumi disiseni amamuno yato atwene na bibi esi last year said the American ema wiase na witness ye ebie 3 different portals edi bomu welcome onyame anka Christopher na ye omodea na obe renew the covenant na eyi ebinum asi nchen ignorantly na omote wo no madani joke no mu ye dede no mu enu ti na mi bisa se wo ye president wo ye leader eye kasa wo beka ena be mani pa atie wo ana esese wo nansi bibi so ana esese bibi gina wachi se wo esese wo nansi bibi so esese bibi gina wachi me bisa African leaders know how many of them can talk to us about this. I have so many questions for them in this episode. You can tag them. Se wunimu omwa. I said we are going to talk about what? Necromancy. Na baby ayebe kasa edi fifi akono eno na mabobo so edi ama topic ni necromancy and yebeko stages ahodo bebre the ghost theory ena me hu saman ena me maame saman me papa saman me frɛ saman ama na wo ne na kasa yebeka na efe yabeka atofuwo yesi atofuwo esi obi so a ana ato renchemasi bibi akafra menkai ankrankra bi ayawo te se ye mpanimfo ye omunya helicopter crash te se de esi wo circular nipa bebrebe ehye wo ho te se stampede esi wo stadium a nipa bebrewu wo ho ato renchem bebrebe ye nananom a omfo omkonko asoma yesi ebinum animu no so ne ade no we will dig deeper into these things na ewia afei yaba behwe how your brain see ghosts. Ne ya so bi ka se ghost na ti ho eti sasa de amami grace ti ho ya eye nokore ana se eye ntro abusua me man krankra bi akwa abana me da wase se wo join me e wo platform we so we are going to discuss another exciting spiritual journey into your enlightenment. I appreciate you na me appreciate you say who put this platform wo ye the number 1. That one nobody can take it away. Just will be all him the difference between YouTube and TikTok. Or no be ye say ye kan asem a so on chire bibi but omo nim omo ho no mu nim ni omo ye nim ni ameke me appreciate mu some the platform we to number 1 na muhu so say ahanom na knowledge kronje ye den efri eba ye. It seems I missed 2023 when I declared spiritual science e ho na me started spiritual science asem 2023 na ya na ma pause because of parasites. Tonight, I bring you another mystery in the education of spiritual science. And I invite you to join me in the comment section. Obia enye open. Na on comment section wana on kanadjene, on churo najene, on churo ntiase, on churo no experience, on add up ni input. Ewo honomo. Remember, we are doing this together with all those who are here with love. And you obia ni yenene waha. but ye wo ebinom wa ha omo wa ha omo de odo wa ha ne de ye ya de way together. Pay your tithe by liking this video and subscribe. Me boss say me nka nkyere me nkrofo ne so omo subscribe, me nka nkyere omo say omo like no omo share intimi me man adwuma ye de intimi sere mo ande de maka mo nye no hu se maka akere mo. I thank those who like the show. And I appreciate those who like the show with tokens. Ghana had the said there needs our privilege. In Africa is cut off on a lot of things. Then they remember when we are cut off on a lot of things. So when you say ubeti me aseni sika every baby aba Ghana. We want to mean say Western Union. Want to mean Western Union. And famo and koma obi. Are you aware of this? Yes, so sad. Baby, I want Osha Africa is cut off on so many things. Social media, they say we like a show po with a token. No, ye ni sa adi ni bi wahanomo. I wa brochura will be a bank account. Kakre bi no mo aye ama credit card. No mo disika na gusu ama. You can spend as much as you want. Na wo pa na wa busum so a na watu ya ha ne de late no. Amom nkokɔ ne de obi eni wa owo sa akwanya no. De krom ha loan kura hwan mo ne ye mo loan. Abrochire ntisa a little effort will open the African kasa de a lot of things na ya cut mo off wo ho enti mo am betumi like no mo de mo like mo am wa abrochire so mo tumi like with tokens no I appreciate you enipa miensa bi no mo ta ye pa ba me ntumi nka mo din Cynthia Hagelin is one of them and mi refi edin no next time metro na me de aba. We are beyond 200k subscriptions, but my manager says almost 70% of people who watch the channel have not subscribed yet. In Crawford platform, this one almost share. Now so almost subscribe here. My manager ne complains so any intimacy mumbo modiana mon like it. There is a difference between Obia subscribing to YouTube channel and Obi follow TikTok channel. There is a difference between this. Into 100,000 crown no ma ye abasubodie. Edi abro inti nsonsono ya ewom ninie me boss say mon like it mesre mo amon try na mon like emfa mame mani esomo papa na de we no me ka kire me boss say enhu hia say me meka because spells ni bia fa to mo ho so eye adwuma comment section wo no mo say like inti na no say me nso me nkanka inti mesre mo maka aka ho mon like na mon share na face mon subscribe. This means if you subscribe we will be twice the current number. My boss ne complains no. Tonight we gather not to entertain superstition. Aha yen fe hu nhye nipam, but to search for truth. Aha de ayeye wa hanu no. Yen fe hu bia nhye obi am. So tema say but ye bisabusam na yesua de ehunehunu ebia ni ha. A ye de hwe obi aso e wa hanu mu sei. Adesua na na yegu so say ye besua na ye hu nokore a ewo ho obia be hu ne nokore a eye den ewo ho. Many of you have heard ghost stories. And samanfo mi hu saman mi ye say na saman nie na we nie. Some of you have even seen strange figures in the night anadwo ogina mi hu say obi gina staircase ne so basement ho entimi nko shadows moving obi mu say sunsun bi one more secondary school na titiri. Voices whispering, mete so obi kasegu masum, shapes appearing in houses where tragedy once occurred. Inti ebi wa mo say ha ye haunted house. Ye say efie we bibie si wo mu ne ye betena mu na mi hu say osaman ne twa mu na mi hu we na nkrofo mu bebre. What have you seen? E de na wa encounter say we hu saman da ka kire ye wo experience ye interested. Ye pese ye hu because ye wo school no Madam Moke Madam Koi na yesi enufutebrebe na eba yesi ankore barrow na ewroli no na eba. What is your experience mpacho woni ye nhye Maame enugu yesi nenufu ne ye 6 ne 28 ena nkrofo tuatua no na omonum ena fa ha na ekosi ya. What is your experience? Are ghosts real? These are questions. Ghost yesi saman wo ho ampa. A question and maybe just write your experience. We are going to talk about this. Jesus can say osama ni dompe na chese sama wo ankasa sama ni ho o se sama nye de eni dompe nti na chese Bible na ankasa itself ne confirm say sama ye den e wo ho but o se men frɛ om o ye den no hu say sama wo ho betumi afrɛ no ye den nti no se mon frɛ. In fact ye say Yesu wu ye na osore ye no angel ni rolling stone no na Yesu pie ye no pie ye na mba na yeso won se mo nso omumu nti mibisa na Yesu ye saman ana so onye saman a adenti no se mo mu nso ni mu na ye questions am mibisa what are the facts surrounding their existence in samanfo so omo wo ho a ade a surround omo ho a omo wo no eye den sit back and let's delve deep into it. Yen kosan saman semu emu. Medical aka say today we are discussing necromancy. Necromancy. This is spiritual hour with Maame Grace. I had here me you leader in this class. Na se wo yo obi a wo chinchin na wo tini ama aseso de a na hwe ne ekoya. Na wa wati bibi ase. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic. Medical boni amaswama. Me lay foundation no with you and I'm prepare grounds no with you. Ye yi tons se wo grounds no mu nyina. Said the asem we beto mu a usunsum na befa. Me pa ocho osaman any light being. Omo nyina anybody. Omo ya dekro. In fact, the invisible beings na ye hu te say abofo de keke eka ho no. Omo ne light beings ene nsamanfo ensonsono ye wo mumu pa eye den we na ye topic ende no ye ba be discuss me man krankre biara akwaba e de ba spiritual wadwumedie kase yi subio. I believe you, I believe you, I believe you, and I send you love. I send you love wherever you are watching me from. I send you love, I send you love. I send you joy, I send you joy, I send you joy, I send you strength. Wherever you are watching me from, I send you happiness. I send you wealth. I send you light. I send you light. I send you pure light. I send you pure light. I send you pure energy. I send you pure light. I send you pure energy. I send you joy. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I do not bless you. I believe you. I believe you. And I wish you a nature day. Memawo akwaba. At the best spiritual wadwumedie so minim bia wo minim time abo wo honomo e honchia na mede bo epini wo abusua the earpiece gang monso so amotena train mu amutie mu amunya little time na mutie. I appreciate all of you, all your effort. Me appreciate it. Me pacho enya asem no tiefo keke ya asem no eye for the little things that you can do for yourself no na wo ye ne nkakra wo fie because one na wo ye the driver of your life. The only thing you can do is to learn from people to build your own life. Me man krankra bia akwaba on this platform. I am the goddess of Akabulan. I am the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. Me man krankre bi akwa about the spiritual hour dwumedie kase. So today we are discussing necromancy, and I have told you steps ayebeko niama me wa me pese mi bisa mpanimfo leaders ewo Africa ha ene ebia ye be wie this topic no na de enti Africa ntumi mfa ne ho no na ye hu na emom den ye be ye eno enende ye be wie no na yakwa wie e wo ho no ma kire stages a ende ye ekọ nti ma me ndi kan fa the ghost theory. In saman semu yade a yeti de baby bebre o saman abre obi ba o saman ye say yeti kura so saman na wu no wakọ ware wa ha no ne kunu ne yiri ni ko fie o kire ni say fie ni ana ne kunu efie ni e no no ankasa yire aye okoye okọ kire ebi kura be kọ na ne picture bo what is it about? Yes aha no mo utwemu wa ha da bia beduru no obi gina wo ni nipa ne nenam na wahu so obi gina wo kire nipa ne sa Uncle Jojo wahu said maame bi gina Uncle Jojo si ohun hwe madam fu bi amene ne start ya sorry na every Friday ye kokumase koye all night satam no mo frɛ me prophetess Mama Grace enti ne ye kokumase every Friday ye wo all night preaching wo ho no mo na ebi wo ho ameko minister njo ebi wo nso na makọ minister prophetics e wo ho na me ne na ekọ na me ye adwuma sa time no na yi grounds what to me ye ma nti me ye adwuma na ebotre na masore na me de na tena akonwa no so no wa fa na ode ekọ na me ne na ekọ ne ye ekọ a ebi wo kwa na ye all night ni bi wa ha ni ye wie ni ye san akọ nti ebi wo hono ma ye kwa me drive kakra no no drive kakra nti ye ka kire ne se ye kwei se wo hu bibia wo kwan no so a me bisa wo na so wo hu a fa ka ne fa ne so enye sa obeka ka na to atwene yasema ne ye ka no ebi hu niama oni obi na che wo no so mahu we no kire we no si obi ase ohun ono nkwa se wo hu eye no kware ana enye no kware these are things I call delve deeper akomti the ghost theory no eye den yenhwe no e maybe before we say anything I should talk about how we handle the spirituality of ghosts me pese ye di kan ehwe dia ye kan about ensamanfo se ye ka sunsun semo a eno na me pese ye di kan ehwe enti abusia me pa achewo edie na wahu da edie asem no wate about saman da chiro comment section. So in our culture as Africans, when someone dies, tradition allows for the family to go seek information from the underworld, from a seeker or a priest. This is a form of necromancy as seen in the Bible. Se obi wu a na yetumi kofre no ebibimemu ha. In fact, there are people who go to funeral, in fact strangers. Omo wo funeral na se ana omo se de awewu na ewura nimu o kire ade ekun no na o kire ba bia ni sika wo ne omo de ne kane ade. We've witnessed this. Paucho aya wo hu se niama na sen na wodwen eya ampa ana eye ntro. Paucho sen na wodwen. This is a form of necromancy as seen in the Bible. Mama evidences, mama proofs, mama scriptures ni bi. Me ka se eye Bible na eka inti ko read wo ho. Necromancy, which involves trying to communicate with the dead, is considered a serious wrongdoing in the Bible. Mama scriptures no Bible de ochi. In fact, mama read bi. Mama scriptures a kire se Yesu ayebi. Na ono anso akire difference into wagye atum se saman ewo ho. But Bible no anso a ebinum akasa ewo ho no mo ayebi no so san kasete ate. It specifically banned in certain sections such as Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 10 to 12 and Leviticus chapter 20 verse 27 as it goes against God's teachings. Ekotia onyankopon enkyerɛkyerɛ according to the Bible. One of the most well-known stories in the Bible is found in 1 Samuel chapter 28. In this story, King Saul goes to a witch to try and bring back the spirit of the prophet Samuel. Samuel, after he has died. Scripture na Ni na wa Bible no mo. Although the witch can summon Samuel's spirit successfully, many Christian groups believe this is actually a trick from evil forces. In the Bible, no. In the Bible, no. Saul call your friend Samuel. Oba ni timi friend sunsun ma ne ba pepepe. Emo ne kasa pepepe. Nanso so a Christopher ni feel say eye saa tumi no efiri bronsam ho nti ha na wanche na obebi so omo se nti bronsam ewo tumi wo nyankopon difu a wawu akonyankopon ho bronsam ewo evil spirit betumi akotwe ni sunsu wawu mpa akira akonyame ho no ebetumi akotwe na ba na nka powerful but okotwe ne ba ye so ampa na we na ye niam me pese ye nyina ye komu deep na ye hu. The question is simple: are these truly spirits of the dead? Omo practicing necromancy no niam omo frɛ na ye ampa nipa wawunu no ma frɛ na na, or are there something else? Obi wo ha friends amanfo se see ye current life e wo mu obi wo friends amanfo na sa niama we ye te a ade e ampa na say ye den because na make can the Bible have evidences say a witch no a owo endo no Saul akode ho e ma wa frɛ prophet Samuel sunsum e de amano na besi nne ya me ne wo e kase ya me ne wo kase osofo bi o person of fresh saman ni nim so obekọ fortune teller ho ana oye obi oye necromancer ana obi oye psychic ho obekọ no ho na wakofre na amano because Saul anko asore dem okọ bayifo ba no ho wo endo e na okọ akofre ni sunsum. I will not overlook what you've gone through. Me twa mani me ana me bu mani ngudi ebi no makoko mkrofo akoye niama bebrebe Because a lot of you have seen so many things. In some form where we are, omo kasa fa bi num ne yekeka ka ho nti ese ye hwa ade kora e kasa fa nkrofo no mu first ansa ne yakohwe se ade e wo ho ana e yalo. I understand that people notice things and listen to what's happening. Nkrofo tie niama, ne nkrofo hu niama, ne nkrofo di niama echi. Sometimes no ebi wo ho a wo hwa na wabisa ho se nti di important ena eme nipa eji we di ye no mu di achiri. But if we are saying no, there are different people, there are different abilities, there are different frequency and energies. Until you can't actually condemn. Tie, on this platform, I never lead you back to spirituality. I lead you on. So what na wo hwa anka ba bi obe improve akodu no e ho na me kire. Because obiye ni wa sesi e opese odi bobo koda. Enti se wo kita bobo mu besi nne ya na wo da so pun segu nkrofo ani so a na untumi hu say ye culture ye ne dada no na yakoye ya build wo so a na ye say yetumi bisa ye hu so many questions. But what is it that they are truly experiencing? So be say wa fresh samai or this samai na kasa and na samai ni sise and na samai ni sise is that me bisa say dey be important and omo experiencing. There are churches omo to me twin samanfo fa nkrofo ni bi nimu ani omo kasa. Omo ne omo kasa omo voice kura yete se wona na wawu ana we mi bisa wo se e dey important to you and na wo hwa omo experience. This is the main focus of our discussion tonight. And then eniama ye be akomu no enu enie. To be say BBS ni so ofre wona na saman na ne voice na sesa nya pese mi bisa say dey important and na say nipa no or experience. We are going to get deeper into these things. Tie. Ade e be ma watumi free wo ho pe in life. Eye nimdie. Se wonim bibia ehu mpo ni woni hweye. So munu edi kan hwe atofuwuo. Because enu na ehu na ye aha na yete no ye wo kwan a ye fa so twe otofo. Se obi kwa afuom na due bubo na omo wo kwan omo fa so twe sa asaman no. Ebi di enwan sa accident si wo baabi a omo wo kwan omo fa so twe sa nipa ni sunsun. In fact sensuo fa obi a omo wo kwan omo fa so ebo mpa ye twe nipa ni sunsun se de be ya ne body ni be di akire ayeden aba akabulance. They still practice this na ye dem important na ya ekoso. Now, reports often emerge surrounding incidents of violent accidents where individuals claim that the spirit of the deceased continues to linger in the area. Sa accident si baby a obia wo gidie bi wo mu se nipa na baby accident ni si ye ne awawu no owo ho kafra mo fa ncheme nti sa cocoa farms na yini koto ho no anka be ye believe say sankrofo 8 no omote ho wuduru ho bia obeku kwakohu se omote wo sa asem no se yete a pamocho nukure be important na wom omo asabi omo atorenchem tom wo circle ni stadium no omo da so ati stadium ho ya hwe movies tama ye nkola no the ghost movie no obi ahwe bi na dia owu wo train mu no na sa asama ni train mu note mebe se mi hu se sa niama we no eden nukure potin e na ewom eno nene ye komu deep na ya hwe bi pentem anio ebi kura to me dream say wuwu na wunya 40 days a ukọ untumi mba biom ebi nso so se wuwu na ye nsie wa wudi wo body no ho akone aba enti wo nkoi wo ho ebi nso so bi fili se yesie wu na waporo a wawu kọ no kora wo nenam ombetimi afrɛ wo ama waba san na wo wadwen ye yate niama bebre atie nsem bebre enti ye no ne ye hwe. Additionally, families moving into new homes may report sighting of a figure such as a woman in white appearing in hallways. Obi jina staircase ni so obi wo hall ho obi ebe omo kwati mi ka so obi bie fridge no na ohwie nsu ogu na okeka nche sa asem no yeti anokore be ni wum. In the realms of entertainment, what did I say? Me say in the realms of entertainment, particularly in horror movies, these accounts are often enhanced for dramatic effect because omo ye movie no omo de saa de ne bem na efie ho no obi wu wo ho no hye ceiling ne so na edura na adwa no we piaba o basement ho na girl na ne ho ofe wo ho no onom ne no fo a saa de we no mutumi de eje gum na afi ya tension na na ehu na ni nyina ahye yemu minuanom we have all heard it nokura wo mu pa eyeden someone dies in a violent accident and afterwards people say the spirit still walks there. Baby ato renchem ni si ye no. Nkrofo say oh miduru ho mi hu no. Miduru ho no mi hu no. No kra be na wa asem we mu ye bisa wo. Say aya na de no mu hu. Oh, se si ami be na mi hia ma mi grace oh. Midu fie no mo so wewu. Sa asem no kra be na ewom. Aya me ka se me wu ebi mo mpe kura na de. Oh, mama men kasa wewu. Ela be ka asem me mpe kra. Yo mate. Mumfa de se muduru ho no na you thumbs up yes here you know ushia no uduru ya wante uduru ya no so there is even a saying say obi wu a ono no kokko ka kire ne nkrofo e ben ni say wewu no kure ben ene wom but let us strip away the drama mumye yi drama ni mfi medical ka to sa ha na nye superstition ye hwehwe no kure bi wo bibim what is really being observed from a spiritual science perspective say ye yi drama ni free ho ni ye superstition ni edi free ho no ma e de be important na e wo ho no mu when you get deeper into spirituality about all these ghosts the images and all these cinematic dramas. Science reveals that human beings emit electrical energy as they interact with the world around them. That is why we have our mantras. I say we are light, we came from light, we will go back to light. Science also confirms this. In fact, at least obi wa jane woni mu no efri ni mu e ma ne honam nyina e be ye cold. Wo de ba science mu a saa na wo be ba bete ase e wo ho no mu. Say eye eje bi ana ohyew bi e na eni omudi nsawoso ewe wiase a ewo omo no abusia those of you who are scholars muna mwako school misremo please tell me if you know that our body produces electricity mu amako school mu se munim we se munim ntina before the omhu ye mobo ekuro bia na oman bia before doson wo ho no na omo weather na sesa enti ubehu se ukọ UK a woni nye hard America so baby wo awone nye hard but ukọ China awone ye hard ukọ Canada ye strong nti se se no sa ankrofo no mo abie before say omombra nti se nka ye nim ye ho a nka ye be charge omo for that answer yakoho because we go there to change their weather for them but ye was zero knowledge about this. Inti ye kokra ma ye te se omomomu no omo ye papa bi. Every emotion and action that we engage in sends out a wave of energy like electricity. This is common knowledge for everybody obi enim. Eye very simple. Mo amako school no mo betumi a confirm ya trotro bi aka ho wo ho no mo amaye. Now, it is said that in normal day-to-day ordinary moments this energy vanishes or disappears quickly. Sa energy na ye na mu no etimi free ye ho. All these things are coded in the Bible. Or say ye kum ye da so ye wu. No sanso se uni mo wu ahwenda. Wona na kan we kire ho. Nti de bia day in and day out no, wo flip it through life and I will rehearse it or exit. Ewo life we mu but nimdie ne sebe eni ho mayen. However, during instances of violence, fear, or intense passion, like an accident or during an exciting football match at a stadium, or even after a boxing fight, the energy generated is significantly more powerful. Because the nipani ina koya to say the energy na would generate ye higher. A chance says sabe obuajo. Into there are things that triggers the energy to the maximum level. What you say, and I said the top notch and the highest level. Na enu baby a etimi a trigger na ebi na mabobo bosi. This is the reason why ya bibia nipa edosun wo mu no na nipa bebre akoma wo mu no ebeye kese platform wey kese chen platform bia not because minim bebrebe but because dia minimu no etimi ama wo wa beka ho enti wo energy abeka ho na abeye kese but it's not draining your energy but baby a wo bekwa energy ni beye kese na draining no eno so ye another thing because we don't put fear or violence in you. The person what you say Maame. In this case, the energy wave stays for a very long time at that place. And she said, also over to me the stadium, cinema halls, over to me the a club, over to me the sorry there money are there at the because a nipani bebre coho na a whom so ne bani sana energies ne cohon a walk on a stay for long. That is why a mirror very serious. Because nkrofo behwe nkrofo bebre be hwe omanim ewom enti na nsuo so very powerful because nkrofo bebre ehwe omanim ewom. Imagine it like a recording left behind in a spot where something very traumatic has happened. What you say ade a esi wo baabi ade ni wo biomu but udu baabi ade ni si wo ho na how do you feel especially se na wo bi wo ma na wo ho na utumi free mu a saying and I will feel it. Even after the event is over, the feelings and energy from that experience stay in the area. Saying at the end this is energy machiramu at the corner. Etimi stay wo ho. Nti so nipa na wu no kokora e de na stay wo ho. Pacho question na mi bi sani. Cause udru ho pe obi a stadium asem ni si ya no wo ho bi o escape ye no. Who stadium bia that trauma will come to know. Enti ka kire me ede be na esi ye ewo baabi ana wo ho ade bia wuduru a watena ka mu ankaka na ikonya accident da ana enya accident wo baabi mu amoye market na mutu kwan koba no wuduru ho de bia how do you feel na nsenya plane crash be ye rampant wo yo bia wo ta tu kwan a se wo kwotena plane mu how do you feel? Some people, especially those who are more sensitive and have a gift of hyper intuition, can sense and easily pick up these lingering feelings and turn them into mental images. Inti so biso wehu samanya utie asema meka ni sesiye ya wehu samanya mpa ana o sense bibi wa piki bibi ena o sense na what turning no into image ewo nani so anasa ampane ampa nipa no gina ho eye question ya mi jama so mami bi sa we those who claim say omo koye rituals won samampom ukoye rituals won samampom a eho na ho yes eho ye energy feels na ye harvest energy ho ba wu na wo koho na wakwakoye a ritual wo ho no edin nti na wo koho akoye ritual edin ne wo nipa ewo ho ni na ewu eko inti se wo obi se koho na koye rituals ama o ma proper explanation say the important e na wo koho ama wo explanation papa men ko na de nan kasa po wo ka ne sei obi ka kire obi se kwa hakoye se wo benye sika nipa nan kasa enye sika de ye ma ne direction ni nim sebe nyansa obebi sasa na wo yese enye sika ada na wo ye bi na munya ye mbisa question e de important na mo ka kire nkrofo so mo nko cemetery no mo nko rituals. I leave this for you. The platform is equally open. You can come and tell us say nipa na wawu na wapro no gina ho a enye sanso de ene omo koho no makoye den enti no mi bisasa moko cemetery wo na mokoye den na mema remfio yesu su wunya ne ye is biblical oko asamando according to Bible eko free nsamanfo na ewo ho no sa asem no ase pa kire sen osofo bi medical di mayen ko bisa osofo se Maame Grace can say or see the code mayen the ghost you might see in a room or at the place of an incident might not actually be the real image of a deceased person. And she said the American said or some minor woman wo baby accident ni si ye na nya samanu na gina ho no. Se nya samanu na dia wawu no gina ho de na di ni gina ho no. Se nya nia wawu no na gina ho de a en di na gina ho no. Se ye saman na gina ho na nya nia wawu no gina ho de na saman so ye dan. We na question ya mi bisa but It could simply be our minds trying to make a real world sense of an energy wave from the impact and people involved. Tienyo, we betimi aye say that's still lingering in the environment. Inti DNA wo hono. DNA wo hono. This theory forms the explanation for atofuwo. Atofuwo matter me bubu mama osa no. Where ghosts from gory accidents haunt roads and places for years. There was a story of a woman who once said that she saw 3 figures standing by the woods at night while driving home. Obi say ohun nsamanfo ana ohun nipa miense bi. So omu gina baabi. Anadusuma or drive ya okofi. Ede no hu we hu bibi ampa. She thought they were stranded passengers who needed help. So she asked her husband to stop and help them. Onu ehu, oni ni kunu nenam. Inti oduru hono na oka kire ni kunu se gina na nkrofo miense ya mi hu omo ha de be omo ya stranded inti no mo ha na ye ma omo lift. Inti oka asem ni kire ni kunu no aso ni kunu behu ana. But her husband saw nothing. Maame na hu omo ama waka kire ni kunu mpo se onjina na omo mboa omo eye ne se nkrofo no omo aye stranded. But ni kunu no hwe no also we hu bibia. Say na ye explain this. Ti wo hwa maame na de na eye no or hallucinate. Sebe ne ni su chin no ana say ye den. Se woni obi te ho na also we hu we na wo su hu ya. Say nipa no ye mputi ne wo hefa. The next day, she was told that 3 people had died in a car accident at that exact location she said she saw the people. Enti se say na etie dia ne kunu so we hu obi a ade a chin ye no e na omote se ho no nipa miensa wu wo ka mu e wo ho. Nti at this point wo hwa e den na woman ni hu wo ho cause onu no hu ye ne kunu na hu hwe. Nti woman no we hu nsamanfo ana we hu nkrofo na omo ewu ni so omo gina ho ana so se na adwen emu ekeka no. What do you think? She didn't lie to the husband, but the husband didn't see anything. She genuinely saw something. But what was it? However, it's important to note that she perceived this phenomenon while her partner did not. Ipa mienu nenam ena we hu ni kunu ni se we hu. Saa de we ekoso wo baabi a obi wo se owu ye na omode ne ba fie no omu hu se omu ewu dada nyina be surround fie obi kura omu se omu hu ni se o welcome no. In fact, se woni obi a wanyi partner da obeka cho se mihu asomasi mihu se aya na den na omu hu paucho eden na omu hu. This indicate that what she observed was not people walking by. Ntina wo hwe we ya na che se eye nipa a omo nam ho no hu nya nka ne kunu ni so behu. But rather an impression of energy that her mind interpreted as a visual image. Pacho, get this straight for me. This brings us to the African tradition of necromancy after someone dies. Getting into African necromancy. Se obi ewua. It is so important after people die that this special investigation is done where the ghost of the deceased is called to tell the family an account of why he died. Sadi ene da so ho. Wo yo bibini a ebusunya wo fi ni tribe a wo fi mu no sadi ene da so ho. Hwan mu ene wo kwan se omo fredi a wawu ebusunya ni mu bisa na ade ekun no. Anka ba ye traditions any ye culture ni ye spirituality mu say sa niame ya mekan ye ya anka mitucha de ma yigbefo until say Voltarians no ka mitucha de ma omo cause omo wo omo behwehwe obi wusu omo behwehwe until so omo nso agyan ama bin sa abefra say nka me say me practice any of these things going on and meko baby anka meko voter ready me nim de nti a mpanimfo na wo no so agyan ekoso ema quacks no abegu mutumi fe jamboa Sabio, ema oba yi ne ho ne pant de bro na wo de jamboa ne oba ne wini ne mowura wabubu ne gu ne pant mu asie no nipa onwuye bibisa se eden so obi se ne maame ayira ne papa ayira na waba ho no na wo se wo betumi ahwehwe na ahwehwe na wo se nipa na wu no wantumi ankere yen ba bia nipa no wu ni neku no ne yankọ ho ankọhwe ahu evidence a ede na wo ye. I don't know why we are joking with such a huge thing. Inti nka ho no mu pa na sa niama we no na egwo ho solid. But say I can't say nim so mo nim mo betumi abeka na yetie bi. Inti maame we ntwa ntro e wo kwan bi aso na wait sa niama we na Africa ye practice. Inti aha na untumi nya bone basabasa wo da bi inti e ba ne sen ene nde we nyina be ye nwura. To me fresh am wo. The big question is whether this is true or if it is a scam. Eno ni yen to me nkyere. Say yes scam, say ye dey na me NECROMANCY, na me ye saying, na me hu saman, na me fa na me ko see how. We need explanation. The platform is open and it is for free. What is your experience? So bitsy or fresh saman no be a we dey important na all free. When we talk of this, I kasa about your ancestors, no more ability to do this. We must understand that what our ancient ancestors used to understand when it comes to these things, we, on the other hand, have completely corrupted or diluted it. So that you don't obey control say dear Maame Grace can me dear me ye pa no wadru. No, zero. This was one of the biggest thing. Now, your ancient ancestors no more ye na yen de ya corrupted no ya diluted no. Eya petition ya di nsu aguma ma yenim ya ebe frɛ no. The explanation science gives to ghosts being electromagnetic wave energy is not different from what our ancestors used to believe. So, me catch them mu plain say ancestors na mo dane omo adefo no mu njai. What bon say? Asem ba ko a wote ye wuntumi nka asem fufuro bi apart from the wote platform we say so. Eno na waka you can't even go deeper about it. We say na unim dada nka the way waka ma na tete no. Anka na woda soka. Wan ka da till say wote wo platform we so. Na nda ancestors or china ancestors eno omo ko ha eno omo ba ha ya sise nsuo ne ball egu bibie mu ase na ye ne poto. Your ancestors no mu ye real thing into who friend ancestors the end no will justify this matter into adie bia na your ancestors ne practice ne adie na science e back no. That is why I'm telling you say they were never primitive na mo showcase you wrongly. I'm telling you for a fact say your ancestors no mo da so wo se si ami donyame Allahu Akbar. Say nkomo for doso ne ayi nsi o manka they have improved. Me na me ka me kire o. Omo hia me no omo ka kire me plain. Omo say nkomo improve da. Aden we because ya yira nti da na ye kuro mu twintwan ne ye dey come say this platform is taking you to another level when it comes to spirituality. Nti ye nko back, ye be ko back ne ye fa ye dey hihya ase ye ne ya build wo so. Because we must benefit from what we are practicing, not one man benefit. It should benefit the entire continent. Kwame Nkrumah can assembly. Or say, when they say Africa is poor, and yet African they are poor, but they are Africans in omo poor. The reason being that omuleba is taken away from them. Pampa, the continent is not poor, but we are poor in the head. We joke and play too much. Now before I ever read this episode, no, ube ni entia ye free BBM. Ye ni masama ye kane dem, ye ni masama ankola ankebi. Inti mo pesa mo kire me se mpanimfo mo wo kuro mu ha. This Igbo chief asem ntumi ntena dem mu nka. E ma asem no settle as eya ahinsem po de nka bofre ni kwan so okabi. Ene da abonti no bi sesi ye mbuo bia na se ye didi mpanimfo nyina atam ne ye didi ahemfo nyina atam a ye nyankasa e dey control ni ebenya e kuro ni efie ni abusia control ni mu no omo no omu basa ye ni masama ye kan dem asem bi mpo wo anke ba ye mfensi social media so because obi wo ho ye ignorant enti oti asem we ya na waso ne fa ha na ode ko sesi ye mbu hwe ye mbuo bia enti ye pese ye tine kurom ha na kurom ha ye de enti a ete saa no show we be ko na wie ye no behu SSM penimfo looking for portals be what has control over this universe no mo creating impact for mo enye kasa enye hunehuna na enye tumi na enye microphone. Until I'm saying there were so many questions to ask them. However, we've been miseducated to believe ours is either superstition or demonic. Bibia o bibini be ye bi enye na de enye no so no. Yes, enya na ye nya nkrofo o nso empa adwuma aye. On be didu na bibia ye sakpa like that. Ni ye nenamo. I to say eye de just at the moment bibi beba be superstition e ba be ye demonic but then it turn into business for others. E turning into business for others na be normal na ye fake na ye useless na ye benefit into ye lose sa grip na fe ya ye hey benefit e womu no any control e womu no influence e womu no ye lose it completely into me mwayen. Now there are two ways by which our ancestors used to do this necromancy thing, and it's similar to what was copied into the Bible. Bible chiro the way our ancestors ne no why na so mon koton. In our ancestors way, a gifted person who is blessed with a higher intuition and psychic abilities is made to first pick the electromagnetic wave signals of the dead person. What did I say? Enti adentina say electromagnetic wave signals there. Na che say ade e gwokwa ebinumu use o. Mi bisa Ghanaian leaders. E den no mo ye e wo we hu. Because prayer cannot bring out these signals. E be nothing. Enya noise making. And e be bring out a signal. Ye di be ye say me catch no painting tone time what you say. Obi a practice side ye won be na no nka wo public da. If it is genuine. Electromagnetic wave in a signal no. And onipa no o ya ade no obe pick from the dead. Na o pick no from their wewu ni wia. Tieni yo or pick it from their wewu ni wia. Na fe wa harvested them into a form where they can read these signals and interpret them. This was what our ancestors were doing. Na enya se onipa ni gina no ne kasa na ho te sen we se wo ho ye na mi bisa mu pinton tan se osofo wo ben eno se obetumi agada sa de we chemical we a mix na wa fa signal no na watimi a interpret. The platform is open and it is for free. Say if omun to me nye na ye nye sa de we dia mi bisa ye leaders no e de be no bi be ye ya obetumi atowa so. Papa Mahama ebe inherited Professor Mills. Iti imagine say Papa Mahama gina hono na watimi aye sa magnetic wave signal you know what someone say the energy of Professor Mills. Na o interpreti bisa say e de ben pa na be mo bi aye powerful than this. Are they aware? I ask all the leaders. And Kenya sa anka konwa ka speaker of parliament tena sa akonwa ne so a omo ewu akwa nyina no obetumi as someone say omo signal no na wa harvested the electromagnetic wave no na fe signal ne so a na fe wa harvested them into a form na fe o read na o interpret who feels a day na ye powerful chain way. So everything that the person thought the thoughts of the dead, the frequency they produced, the vibrations, all aura things they saw, felt, and echoes before they died are retrieved from these waves. And a sensible explanation is attached to them. Are you talking about necromancy? When we ask you of how you practice, you also now this is it. And kings and chiefs and bigger presidents are using this to better their lives. We are here gallivanting around necromancy just so that we can find ka chochopua na yatinim. Where your life Bibisa say way your life that ben ye bedu ye be bia about spirituality ye joke. Me say ye be pon and then no. Ye bet sure say baby a Christianity no deity no tim no baby a wapeja ne ho akodu ni the way a operate. Na ya hwe say no na affect African Christianity na o ma hwe bibia ye so mo betie pa. This is what our ancestors were practicing. So easy, so simple, so accurate. And they were bringing out better and perfect results. That was creating a greater impact in their lives. What are we doing here? Again, we are polluting all the greater stuff that can help us. Minia, yes, some pom and a sikani nimdi ni nyanse yinawo. When they say that, they are not talking about nipa na we prona ya see no. Hono sa wo de ade ne de kɔ no mo a nipa no we pro oni hobium. Na mom hono so sanso ye energy field, energy harvesting field. Na energy harvesting field no say na ye harvesting no. I don't know your question na me bi sa won. Machire the way na your ancestors no omu kosa niam we mu e put the signal into a form and interpret them. Oh, Africa. This became evil because of Bible. They practiced it and they told you it is evil. Oh, mandabro sekete. Yasema mobo, ya mobo. President Ben o kan say ya mobo dodo. President Ben e kan say no. Me kai, who kai atro ni din mi refi. Anyways, but I know one of them said ya mobo dodo. Why no. This exists and powerful governments are using it for their military and security intelligence. Oh, Ghana. Oh, Africa. We obi di tidue bi ase. E na o twa akukọ na ori. Cause on pay adwuma aye. Yentumi mboa oman ni po. E na nka say ya manfo no, omo ba akomfo ho no omo yese no omo yese. Ubi so se wo mba me ho ntimi ntumi nye. Yen ya spirituality ni true kan. Until you can't even approach any leader. They see us as jokers because we have zero knowledge about what we know. The little we know too, we are selling it. Until yen yankasa po yen attractive. Anye ya.Endre ya Christopher ya omo kra me si omo nim omo chemically. Ye prayer and die mo. Mo de ne ya amamu. And they call or ye jokers. Ebi wa who are ye so disgraceful. Ni ye diso. Obibini and jin to mu say ye juma ne many pa ye because obi aka kire ne say so wonum we na wo kwa na udware we ya wo benya sika what bi da. Na sika duro kura say onipa ne nye adwuma sika duro ne nye adwuma ama no. Ba bia ye woni ade e betumi ama wa ye yie pe ye wo nokore. So obi di na adwuma jawa no de hye won sa hwe ni yie na nipa na tumi agya adwuma na ma wo wetumi aye na aye yie ama. Do we do this? Obi di na adwuma ma aye because ya ka kire yen say wo bedware we anum we akoha asra we na wanya sika nti obi adwuma de ma na wa start wia. You feel you can hypnotize somebody and inherit her money. It doesn't work like that. And na be ma wawu ntem. Omo nim no. Omo de sa ade we de bua omo man. Do you think all the setups no mo ye na brochire ni we no eye agro no mo di ni wo ho? Don't hate aya adniema bebre wo ho eye ha me. Na ye hate Nigeria for so mo aye saying. I'm not saying say omo nya boni o. Omo ye bonefo. Na ka sebi ka Africa for ye ni da ho anka ye ni Africa ni asem aye ka no wo dem. Na ya focus ba ye ni ye nua bibini benya asem ni ye ne eku na obroni elodi gold no no de bese ni ye de ntokwa na gine nchen no de car na twemu no de ko. So they see us and they laugh kwa ye ntumi ndi no kure hu se hard work pays because ya ka kire say bibia ye spirituality nti ukosire nku we a ubenya sika we ni ye tekwa ye adwen hu. The reason why necromancy is a sin in the Bible is that Bible ebi mo practice ebi including Jesus himself but omo say nya the entia ye bone ma omo wo Bible mu na na me kire no. If we train people to start reading meaning out of electromagnetic waves, we can tell the truth beyond language and they cannot lie to us or beat us to anything. This is why the Bible hates necromancy. And don't think the necromancy you see around is what I'm talking about. I have explained what necromancy is and what it is used for. It is not used for tamiemu and now Maame ntoma baako and as a quarter plot. Enti wona na be hu saa de we no wa interpret bibia beyond the normal. Nti untumi nkoka ntere nse we ye evil. Obe gather the electromagnetic wave no. Na wa form it signal no. No de ahwe bibia e course nti untumi lie to say na Bible say nye. Na ye aso ye dane ni beans. At the moment the Bible condemns something, pim na nkrofo afa as business. Na onkrofo na omo condemn ni na afa ase ye koho. Na ade na asai. Anio. Imagine an age where all our children are taught the act of necromancy, where they can communicate and make sense of electrical waves and vibration. Tell me what you think will happen to this generation if this can be practiced. Oh, already. Yes, I'm a mobile. Yes, I'm a ya. Yes, I'm your mobile will be BM. Bibi Sam who say nti boni ben. E bibi fo pa nti boni ben. E ya me bisa me who say boni ben. You see how bad we have become, how we hate each other. Me say ukwa baby na ukoto bibini a ukoto boronsampo anka wo ye. Ka wo hu bibini a wo bre na nka wo hu bibini a ese nka wo sere na wo home ba baby a ye wei wo bre na hu bibini a na tonsuo num na wu nakọ wo ye better. Why? Ye ntumi ntwe obi energy mpo nhwe se etesen baby a ya bedu ye lusu bibia nti imagine se nka ye ma eye dia meka aye. That means they could communicate with animals like birds, lions, siphons, etc. Imagine say woba ewo control over this electrical wave so. When the betting you try and trackers akola we. Wodi aduro no to ho na wode be ma no na quickly no afam. Obeka tro se me nnom. No de ko. Ohun aboa ne se oba to me stop no. We nyina abrofo no depict wo movies mu. Tarzan. No ne moa ne nte ho. Sisi ye kasa to ebi to me kasa o twentro. Professional liar. O twentro na no you look at it and you are like, hey, why are you saying this thing and with energy? But we are saying nka wo kan wanu tuma and nka wo tumi kasa ne moa. That was how our ancestors were talking telepathically. Inti wo a wanyi kakra no tumi nso wo na nakra de nani kasa kire na wasole nya na wafa hokọ sempanifo kasa na nka wo hwe omani mo ye bibia na na wo ye sa kire wo bo sore ko. Everything pash. That means we could start communicating without opening our mouths. Emwa kasa, babies kasa. But omumbie omwano eno sa kasa ni mu ena ahoden wo. It's equally in your Bible coded or say mofrenum ena yesiesi ahoden wo. It's not talking about babies, it's talking about omumbie omwano kasa. Omukasa omukani, it simply means telepathically when you speak. That is where strength is. Ehona ultimately control nipa. Ehona ultimately creating impact. That is why meditation is very powerful. By noise making nothing. It is equally in your Bible. Or says a wo bomb paya shine wo kukuum. Now, why would you not want to they know you're hypocrite? Is it me that said this? Is it not in your Bible? Are you people not hypocrites? Organizing national prayer thanksgiving, making noise, maka hypocrites. Nya chimfo. Moke come when you children yam so panamu nimu ahoden. Scripture we mean am chologu Bible nim. True akabula necromancy is a call. Na me necromancy me who ye dey? True akabula necromancy is a core requirement for telepathic powers that enables our brain waves to capture and interpret electromagnetic waves. This is true akabula necromancy. This is it. Nothing less, nothing more. The rest is fake and scam. Imagine how powerful we will be if we would take our time and practice this. This is what our ancestors were practicing, so you cannot lie to them. This means that we could know our ancestors not by stories, but by the electromagnetic waves in the air. Who ancestor? And yes, I wabu anum kolos anum we anum red. Obi a wabu wow physical zakufida. Aka this is how we will perceive them. You hold a cloth by your great-grandfather, and immediately you capture and visualize his entire life from birth to death like a 4K video. Anka wubetimi afa wo nanantom afa maame ntom afa wo great grandfather konwa anka bible be kan kire o osofo be kan kire say ye evil na mo nsesa nkɔhye no bebre asesa mo nananum ni ama ahye no ignorantly nanka wei wo ho a eye me na me beba be ka kire wo say efie bosom na nka wo gina kwa you are able to read all this and make a decision out of your own brain. And you will be never manipulative. Adadao, asel. Go be a medina on control se mufie ho. Shina bottle she ho. And the quincy be na wuntu yesika de be a muntu gold na ma muntu ma woda. Anka you would stand there and you are able to read Bibia. This is natural and it is in you. Where is it? Who brought this upon us? And this is what you don't want us to talk about. No. Come me back and say no. Also, Mrs. Valerie. Into body didn't also no. Second one, also no. As some the also no. I watch those movies. I'm interested. I have a crush in that movie. So I watch. My crush is horrors. I have two men that I love. If I should find them, no, come worry on. But you know, my worry into lawu. I love black men. Me pay the other one. I have a crush on Lucius. So Lucius, Cookie Nuku Lucius. And I have a crush on Horace as well. I don't make some more crush on so say that I no post you on any year and me close. Bye. I can't share myself. My witchcraft cannot share. Inti me po be ade. Inti I watch those movies because of Horace and I feel Kemi is a strong girl, so I watch them. Inti na me de omwasem e de ya so say no. Obi enim kabulan enim we a o gina na o be kan kire nse ne nananom som aboso nko no abehwe no wahu de ewom na wagya ho so beja wa akwa wagya ho obetena ho awatena ho. The ban on necromancy by religion killed our sense of divinity. What did I say? I said the ban on necromancy by religion killed our sense of divinity. This is what religion did to us. It killed our divinity and gave the quacks business to do. And that is what is going on. The second form of necromancy in African tradition goes back to the era of fallen powers. I have given you how they practice it. Mama of first phase. And I'm now giving you the second phase. If you are an African and anybody tell you, and this is African spirituality, tell them I said they are liars. Mina me come chiro. African spirituality is not that shallow. You don't look like you are drunk. Mentally, you are not stable. Leave African spirituality alone. That is not African spirituality. African spirituality is science. Confused generation. The second form is what I'm about telling you. And that tradition goes back to the era of fallen powers. And what is that era? Let's get deeper. When certain people who do not have the special gifts and psychic abilities and engage genie-like spirits and familiar energies to perform necromancy acts for them. That's another second thing. They should at least, those quacks who claim they are practicing necromancy now, at least practicing this very one, the second one. And they should practice this. Almost so ever intermediary. They practice it. Listen to me. Anything spirituality that has intermediary is quack. It is business. If it is business, it's okay. It's understandable. Anything spirituality that has intermediary is what? Business. Pure business. It's okay when you do that. It is not okay when you lie about it. In this case, the genie acts as an intermediary who picks the aura and electromagnetic waves from the place and makes images or sense out of it. This is intermediary. TNA or no be pick from the place na incidents in yen. Makanyama mienu. Me say first one or be pick straight from the dead. That is our ancestors with natural abilities or giftings. And I step it down about those who use intermediary. Now make sure how they also operate. So don't get confused about these two. Omo dear, omo beko baby a adie ni si ye no. No mako pick sense ni every baby a incident ni si ye no. Adentia, I had to say public place, I had to say market. Obiye to miko hobby. That is why no no beko pick ni source no edie free. And inform the people through the use of channeling. So when we said the omo so ye, inti no say intermediary that thing no needs channeling. Ene no ono osesa wo fom ana ochinchin no sesa inti no ono oni direct source machire mu achiro get it straight for me enti sankanye yempo a anka yen use this source ni enfam practices spirituality ne ka yenye channel enimpo right na yehu eno so akosi sen. This was more popular when people started losing their own psychic abilities. So they kept these genes and familiar spirit to keep interpretations of electrical waves from dead people. Inti African started say the next place, another next point, another next way, another next style, and also said the next quine practicing this necromancy was looking for genie or other spirit for intermediary. Inti and also say no mobile, which enumpo now, and also we've lost it. Inti yembisa says way, how are we approaching it now? Are we really approaching this? Oh, because I'm using genie. I'm using genie. When uche nipa no gina hokra, genie energy in framano krebi ni neniso. I'm using genie. I look at you. I know what. Tie. When tina make a trust and then so who nim form one. Who what are now? Yes, who nim form as in. So who nim diebia? Who what are the genie bana? Also operate through genie. Now beka genie asem. Adi show should prove. You want to talk about necromancy? What are you wearing? Accoutrement no. You know, yen yankasa won say ye masika di ye nimu kan. Yankasa ye bebre sika de ye na ye adwuma na nya sika. Men bondo bibi e manipa. Enti sa ankrofo we no afi no omo fa intermediaries na omo no omo court baby ade ni si ye no na omo so akopeke niama na omo de aba. For their work to be effective, a family member of the deceased person will have to be present for them to harvest their vibrations and electromagnetic waves for the necromancy. Enti na mi bisa se ebusia osaman bia no bia betimi afra na, because even that say nipa na wawu na busuani wo ho na wa pick ne vibrations no na ode afre sa nipa no energy. Inti no so bi ka se ono okọ baabi no okọ frɛ saman wo cemetery ho no ma saman na wawu wo cemetery nye wo busuani na busuani bia so ni ho eye den na wo na wo kɔ frɛ saman na unini di nkomo wo abusuani bi have some ehu. You cannot call any or saman na busuani ni ho, because you need to harvest this to connect. Hey, Messi and that President Mahama best embrapa was spirituality who okrom ha. Madam Fubi best also mama. YouTube umpozo yo. Mama, eko TikTok ah onu zo ye hu. Mama say aba asem no we si aba asem aba osema eko TikTok za. Onu awale hu baby na me say aba am TikTok mo nko but me popular wo watching obi ala. Adentia enkrofo use me video nti me hwe din na me say my people are using my videos me nko ho mo mu use wo ho na mo fanye o mo pages nti na me nko TikTok no me nko ho da. I have never rolled a camera there since TikTok came. I have a page, they post my promos there, but me nko ho da cause enkrofo na use me videos at the building on my platforms nti I na ma sit back for them. That's how a mother does. You sit back for your children too. Nti ye nko ho bi me nka se ho nye. But almost say what their spirituality ni brutal according to their metete. This is how it is done. The problem is that as time goes on, it has become a business. I say a pro. Now when important thing like this, Ebedani business, and then forget it. Forget it. This is where we are as Africans. Everything our Bible be condemning for Africans, it becomes a business for quacks. And then we lose hold of it. Then we become miserable. All the world will beat us through that channel. And we can't do nothing. It became lucrative. And because people lost their own psychic abilities, and it feels strange and wild to hear from ghosts, many scams and fake channels and accoms started popping up in the necromancy business. Me say mo kom no mundi nokore. Mo kom no mundi nokore. Mo hwa akom de ekoye papa ni. Yenim bosom ko efa ano. Yenim nipa kro tetere na akom yehu ya ne se bibia si ni so che. Wei. Untumi ntena chire na wankasa won calculate ansa we movie. It was more of a business, not a gift. Baby abedru nie. Not a sense, but business. Bibia yehu bia pro atete assess. And nothing na be kana me ye saying, and I'm a power ye saying, and I'm not ye saying, and I'm not kwa, so some to mo no more frefrades. What's the point? So dealing with only pan physically, deal with only pan physically, so dealing with is just shut up and go and do it. Oh, abosom. Asama to frɛ bosom foforo. Wo pe dance here, asama wo frɛ dance here wo mu, obi ebisa dance here. So wo ka asam na nya ntro na wo twa wo ndi kan frɛ dance here. That is how it works. Obetwa ntro obedi kan frɛ dance here no wabobodua keka nsam to prove a point. It's the person is a liar. Unim nipa kwa me dada. The pride of our ancestors. So wa unim bibia. In sequence. I am the pride of our ancestors. I appreciate the love. Don't know so. Owusu Prempe, Waylon. Owusu Prempe, how are you, my dear? I hope you are well. Moonlight, Spencer. I am person minyada kuma atena se abobom nyina amudin. I love you bunch. Mamaga, how are you? I hope you are well. I appreciate your love, okay? I appreciate your love. Mamaga, akoso moton. I appreciate your love. I appreciate you so much. Elizabeth Annan, metimi abobomudin na ama ageke ana ageke. Edinu mintum awake. What Gladys awake ana edini dosu. Minyanka mebobo ni nyina but yes a video no be tin. But I want you to understand that I love you. And the women who tell me they love me on the platform, I love you more. When the women tell me they love me, orgasm, I say, hey, but I love you, like I love you girls. I love you guys. I love you women. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. Today we are discussing necromancy and we are going on stages. And I'm asking African leaders. I'm asking African leaders what they think will make their words stand or impact or put African continent somewhere. Is it just words, or they need to stand on something, or they need to be part of a covenant, or they need to enter into a particular portal to welcome something? How? How would they liberate Africa? Because you cannot say you remember what the slavery, the slaves went through, blah, 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 and believe in religion. Nope. You can never talk about liberation of Africa and hold on to religion. It's the same accoutrement. So I want to ask African leaders, if they should ask them one question, Moko UN, recently you went to a meeting. That one thing that you think you can sit in your room and do, and it will bring a turnover or a turn around to African continent. What is that one thing? You guys have been putting aside. Your words are not making thing. Why do you think it's like that? You people have all the strength, but you don't look scary before your masters. Why is that so? These are questions we will talk to you about. One person will go and stand somewhere. Listen, anything that happens in this universe, whether you are aware of it, whether you are part of it, whether you are ignorant about it, the decisions they make rule over you as well. So if you become ignorant, you will be used as a sacrifice. We should understand this is why Africa is in this condition. Now, let's look at how your brain sees ghosts. Think of your brain as a television set. My wife need to say TV. When there is a signal available, having the right receiver tuned to the correct frequency allows you to perceive the image clearly. It is what you need to say a television said this is how it operates. How does your brain see ghosts? It's a question I'm asking you. Your iPhone cannot receive that TV signal, never. Your radio can do it. Your car can't. Your car can't. So to say, we can live among so many energies, so many frequencies, but you need what can channel or can signal a particular thing. So how does your brain see ghosts? Because some things can channel through particular signals, some cannot. So how does your brain see ghosts? My brain can be a radio, your brain can be a television. Because someone no to me signal, iPhone into me, or cars into me. The signal exists because a dime be a would be a signal, but you need a particular object. Able to me access a signal. But without the appropriate receiver, it remains unseen. You get it? So your ancestors and everything you can think of is around you, unseen. All you need is appropriate receiver. Where is that receiver? Inside of you. You don't think you can channel anything, but somebody have to say somewhere and kill in kokona ni mo rema yefi. And or channel wo na na ma na wo da wo dem wo wa abrochire no obi so o channel wo ma mesama wa ha ma wuni ho enne ma chire mu akire. This is something that is part of you. In the same way, some people's minds are sensitive. So they can pick up vibrations left in an environment and convert them into pictures or sounds. Ebinum so wo ho o de ni omo body is so sensitive. Ya won crofo bi wo ho no ma onye wure particular way smell no better no kra. Me, my nose is very sensitive than my eyes and my ears. Enti me mpe kankan. I don't like to lali. Sorry. Ya won crofo bi wo so mo senses ye high, but what sense ni poko bi so obi. Na wa ka kire na nsan wa movie. Ya sam ne ye serious. Obetumi apeki bibi no wa making into pictures onje enu ndida ade say angela ya draw. Oh, natural abilities or gifts. When you enter a place, so who was ade ni bi nko ade wura kwa wo behu ne wo ho. You don't need me to come and tell you say so hu ye. So wo ma wadwene ni wu na wo bi wu na wo signals ni na taye a. People will use you for ngongo. Because obi auton na de on be kan kire wo say. This used to be the normal gift for ordinary akabulan. Oh. This used to be the normal gift for ordinary akabulan people because of melanin. O kala ni painting na mka say kura amodo so wo hompo whether na ye better. Na we na say na mote. Na ya de ye come wo gina ha you are able to channel. When will be wo bia. Minim de enti ase ade we be ye ehuma a wo fi se bibi obi na be ya ma obi bini. There be. Modern lifestyle, food and artificial frequencies have destroyed our brain's ability to do this. Ya bibia say because ya katro se bibia ye evil, chi se bibia nyame na be ba beka. Nti wadwen uti ade ni clearer. Se menye sa ade we nso na wo instincts wo inna man ni nyina apai. Ti bibia chi se obi na ya ama. Somebody you are 1 million times better than. Gifted people can see this wave and make sense of it. And yet just simple. Akola ke to akora to me gina wo say nya na waka say and there ye man obetumi gina na maame mpo ani makasa. Osi onko asoro ko ba buru na atwi na se de nako. Ba bia ya beduru nie. Yasema ye mobo. There are children when you give them to somebody they will start crying. When you take them to a place they will cry. Ne maame na so asi obebo no kura so aka onfa ne nkoda. O ma ne ho kwan na ne ba no enje ono ankasa mpo nkwa. Ode ne beko They may see ghosts, and what they see may look like people in uniforms, gowns, or familiar clothes. Inti de bia obi enu a wehu saman o shatade tuntum da. De bia o saman bia hye atade why this is the reason. But remember, clothes of ghosts do not reincarnate with them. Tina mi bisa we. Wo maame na wo so da ntoma na ofura na wo maame ntoma no so owu yoja o yan fancy ni ya cheche ntoma no kra ma wo sister pani na fa ntoma ntia ba ne sen na wo so da ya wo maame ne ntoma no eda so fura na obegina wo ne wo kasa yendwe hu kwa akire sa wo maame awu na wa beso wo dai na atade na ehye no de beso wo dai na enye no no mudi kosie na ne owu ye no de ehye no de ko na de ko yo ni niama na aka no wan fa nko nti so hye no ebi kreti mi hu omo maame ana omo papa wodaye mu a na waye young na yare a na ewo no hu ni eni wo biom no waye fine na oni omo aba abekasa ede na wuhu no na se wanfa atade na nko wi na yare wafon no waso dai na omfon ye de a ende ede na wuhu. Is it your mind that is printing something to you? And now we harvest electromagnetic wave be. How do you put this? How do you explain this? It's a question I leave for you. The clothes from the accident scene and the dead body have been taken away. Body no cry bi wa yakosie na apro. Ti body be no digina won ne wo kase. What they are perceiving is not a walking dead person. Ti eniye mame. What they are perceiving is not a walking dead person, but a signal encoded with images translated by the brain. This is how the brain sees ghosts. Say yanti this simple thing as any imuma yempeja spirituality ni munko nanim kakra na baby ewiase ekono say yesi yebegina ha ya alo ni ama we ya yebe sofa mumma yempeja spirituality ni munko anim kakra. This is how the brain sees ghosts. Some part of what was here say what must say emu aye clear amount. That is the power sitting inside of you as a unipa daseni. You are the most powerful machine on earth. Onipa dasani say onu de ani su ni mfaso bia. Ade soko obi ho. Makasa mabre. This is the power dwelling in you. Obi bisa me say me mete won ade na michi. Ewo wi ase na me say ade ba ko a mempe. Say beto mi ni say bibi be take control over my consciousness. Enti mete wono ebeye din so bon say my fast sleeping aid say me nom. I don't want anything to take over my consciousness. Na my yemre na me hu ade e koso no so me ntumi act me ntumi free me ho. We this anyama we na me suro nti na da bia me si gym anka me body ni ma ye ne jejeje because me wo ska me de beye. But da bia me si gym ba minim say wo koye wo body na. They will give you so many injections that will take over your consciousness. When you are going through surgery, that thing happens. They will inject you. They do epidural and now you can't move, but you are aware of what's going on, but you don't have control over your consciousness. It helps people do it. I don't want anything to take control over my consciousness. Many to assuming to me. Bonya mempa say more men see me soda. Power eti wumunie say we nipa dasani. This is how your brain can work. These are things they can gather. These are things they can print. And then I do brain. This is why I'm so careful with anything. Say Obama mi bibia no na me mabu na mean to God forbid it. Na mean to me control me na me te ho mean to me na ma bon sana mean to me no I don't want anything to take over my consciousness. God forbid it. En sit da me wudi a me wuko ba se me te asi na mani tua sa ade we nie na manom na mabo na ade na take over my consciousness na me kasa na me ni control never en si enye ade no mo nko a o sorry so they project their brains. Now kasa guy. Next week I will take you through an extended session of light beings also. Next week no match then so yeah was some any light being, any invisible beings no omuntem na mebisa all African countries and their presidents that one thing they feel they can do to liberate African continent, because it's not about war, and it's not about noise, and it's not about prayer. What is that one thing? Something happened last year, and that is what is ruling now. What have they got to do with it? They should not think we don't know. And I'm saying that whether you are aware, whether you are ignorant, whether you are part, whatever people ushered into this universe will rule, and you will be in it. So don't think you don't care. Whatever whoever is doing, you don't care. It's a lie. Next week, I will take you through a extended session of light beings also. Like I said, don't forget to invite or share this post into your church group. When you share it into your church group and they move you, call me. I will go with you to the pastor until he or she unblocks you. Next week, we will get deeper into this. A day ne see Emma African for yakati omo off. A day na ye or shy into this universe and no and they will control our religion so now as we live. Ye besham na die portals no mu bie and then he na sadie we see and a day na yen ye betumi aye about it. We talk of liberation, we talk of freedom, we talk of independence. Do we have? Can we have? How? Where? What can we do? We'll get into all these things next week, God willing. Aha! And I'm do besi macro.